Highway 71 near the airport, Missouri. While patrolling near the South Complex, police received reports of a suspicious vehicle that had just left Greenland and was heading toward Highway 71. When officers attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the driver refused to comply and accelerated away, setting off a tense and dangerous chase on one of the main routes leading to the airport.
37 southbound 71. Complexes here in Greenland. I've got Greenland and CID.
The pursuit quickly turned chaotic as the suspect vehicle sped recklessly, swerving through traffic and narrowly avoiding multiple collisions.
Back out to 71. Pull it down.
We're going to run
Officers executed a precise pit maneuver, causing the car to spin out, lose control, and roll over in a cloud of dust before finally coming to a stop.
TBI rollover 1016. Over 1016. Hey. Show me your hands!
Inside, two panicked suspects were immediately restrained, while a female victim was also found inside the vehicle and safely removed from harm's way.
Who else is in the car besides you two? Get out on it. On the ground.
Yes, sir, I didn't do anything.
Who else is in the car?
Investigators later confirmed that the suspects were connected to several other incidents in the area and were already under supervision. They now face a long list of serious charges, including resisting law enforcement, unlawful possession, fleeing and eluding police, and reckless endangerment of the public. Henry County, Georgia, April 6, 2024. At approximately 6 p.m., state troopers received a BOLO alert for a black Nissan Altima with a temporary Tennessee tag, Q42HR5Y, connected to a felony theft in Locust Grove. The vehicle was located near mile marker 224 on Interstate 75, driven by Haley Christine Bott. At first, Bott maintained a steady speed, but once she noticed law enforcement following her, she abruptly accelerated, swerving across multiple lanes and veering into the emergency shoulder. Her reckless behavior endangered not only herself, but everyone sharing the road.
Now going in the left lane. There's a lot of cars. I'm unable to pit. There's a lot of cars around. In the left lane. Now passing the 228. Contact Triple C in Clayton County.
The pursuit continued into Clayton County, where officers attempted the first pit maneuver, but it failed due to nearby traffic.
Attempted to pit. They still go. We in coming up on the 231. They're going towards the right lane.
Everyone continue.
285 in the left lane. Excuse me, continuing on 237. They on the right shoulder.
Continue on 237.
10-4, they on the left shoulder, drive past the 237. Still going north.
Yeah, so 237 going north, left lane.
They taking the 285, they taking 285. Get off at the 285.
285.
Moments later, a precise pit maneuver was executed, sending the Altima spinning out of control. The car slammed into the right barrier, ricocheted across the highway, struck the opposite wall, and came to a full stop, sideways in the middle of the lanes.
285.
Pit. Start 52.
Open up the door! Step out with your hands up!
Officers drew their weapons, surrounded the vehicle, and issued commands. A female passenger, Crystal Lachelle King, exited the car with her hands raised in surrender. Meanwhile, Bott claimed she had injured her knee and could not move. Deputies quickly moved in and secured both women without further incident.
Walk backwards towards me. Walk backwards. Walk. Lay down on your stomach. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Haley Christine Bott now faces multiple charges, including felony theft, high-speed fleeing and eluding, reckless endangerment of other motorists, and use of a fraudulent license plate. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. April 2nd, 2025. A red Jeep missing its rear bumper, driven by 34-year-old Deshane Jefferson, was spotted by police on Sunny Lane. When officers signaled for him to stop, Jefferson immediately accelerated onto Interstate 40, setting off a series of bold and dangerous maneuvers.
Down on Sunny Lane approaching I-40.
Incident
It's
assigned.
failure to yield right now.
Your call has been updated.
Watch out, dude. Clear up.
Box over, we able to confirm the female in the driver's seat.
I believe so. We're going to be getting westbound from Sunny Lane. We are getting on I-40, attempted TVI, just on the on-ramp, westbound I-40.
During the pursuit, the vehicle repeatedly changed lanes at speeds between 70 and 80 miles per hour, throwing multiple bags and even an ammunition magazine out of the window. Both Jefferson and his passenger continued to flee, ignoring flashing lights, sirens, and heavy traffic along the route.
Speeds about 50 miles an hour, going from the inside lane to the outside lane.
Your call has been updated.
Throwing, it looks like baggies out the window just before I-40 westbound, as somebody can patrol officer can try to help us out with that. It was like a black baggie just before I-40 westbound from Sunny. I-40 westbound speeds about 70 miles an hour. Traffic's lightening up right here. All the way out to the outside lane. Looks like a firearm magazine just came out of the vehicle as well. And that was I-40 westbound, about 700 yards east of the Penn exit.
Has been updated.
Someone doesn't mind grabbing that magazine for us, that'd be a big help. Coming to the Penn exit right now, we'll let you know what they do. They are going to get off on Penn. Off on Penn.
As the chase approached the Penn Avenue exit, officers executed a precise pit maneuver, spinning the Jeep sideways and sending it sliding off the roadway until it came to a complete stop.
That magazine by the medium or on the shoulder.
TBI, TBI, TBI. Come back in. Hold on. Driver, he's bailing.
Police quickly surrounded the vehicle with guns drawn, issuing rapid commands. Jefferson screamed in defiance, but officers pulled him from the car, forced him to the ground, and handcuffed him. Both the driver and passenger were safely taken into custody. At the scene, police recovered the discarded ammunition magazine and other evidence thrown from the vehicle earlier. The suspects are now being held at the Oklahoma County Detention Center, facing multiple serious charges, including possession of ammunition, fleeing and eluding law enforcement, and reckless endangerment of the public. What began as a desperate bid to escape ended only in the steel grip of justice and the cold click of handcuffs. Mechanipe, Florida. While patrolling near Interstate 75 and County Road 234, deputies spotted a yellow Chevy Suburban driven by 33-year-old Richardson blowing through a stop sign, hitting a curb, and swerving into oncoming traffic. When officers activated their lights and sirens, the driver hit the gas and fled. But no one could have predicted just how intense the next few minutes would become.
Tango 937, 10 City. Signal 12. 17,000 Southeast County Road 234, 28. Hotel Golf X-Ray, Florida 10, Chevy. Signal 1, Signal 2. Just threw a beer out the window, wrong lane of traffic.
The pursuit began in the parking lot of Cafe Risque and continued along County Road 234. Where the suspect threw a Terrapin Cryosphere beer can out the window before merging onto US 441. He then drove into the wrong lane, speeding through a construction zone at 100 miles per hour, even raising his middle finger at pursuing officers.
We're heading towards 441. We're coming up to 441 now. He's in the wrong lane of traffic. Through the median.
Officers attempted multiple pit maneuvers, at one point spinning the vehicle sideways, but Richardson managed to regain control and continue fleeing, even deliberately ramming patrol cars at least twice.
50 miles an hour. Heading toward Marion County, he's flipping me off.
Can we notify Marion? 1031, let's take a 1 game.
We're at 30, I'm pitting.
block now. We're coming up with 326.
I paid him, he ran me, he's running back northbound.
Stop sticks were deployed but failed to stop him.
Sticks deployed.
We missed him.
Alright, we're coming through the intersection. And if you're trying to make another loop, go ahead towards center again. There's the pit there, we're coming through, looking at the southbound, back southbound towards the county. Alright, you're on around? Yep. He's in the inside lane here due to the construction. Coming up on cars, Mike, it's stuck right here.
Yes. He's on the inside lane now. Back on the outside lane.
The chase dragged on with assistance from the Florida Highway Patrol and deputies Brian Jones and Jasper Stevenson. Finally, near Chilocca Boulevard, Deputy Stevenson executed a precise pit maneuver, spinning the Suburban around and bringing it to a stop. Richardson still tried to accelerate away, but FHP troopers and deputies quickly boxed him in and took him into custody. Investigators later learned that Richardson had been involved in a similar incident earlier the same day in Marion County, was on probation in Citrus County for driving under the influence and fleeing, and had a revoked driver's license. He now faces multiple charges, including fleeing and eluding law enforcement, aggravated assault on an officer, driving with a revoked license, reckless driving, and violation of probation in Citrus County.
I got the radio. Y'all go ahead, do y'all job.
Fairfax County, Virginia. Early morning, March the 17th, 2024. The ALPR system alerted officers to a gray Toyota Corolla with Maryland plate 11950CJ, driven by Reggie Philip White, which had been reported stolen. When officers attempted a traffic stop on Route 1, the vehicle suddenly ran a red light and accelerated away.
Around Franklin Street, flipping a U-turn.
Yes,
Going back southbound Route 1, coming up on 495.
southbound Route 1.
Try to keep them on Route 1 if you can. You just made contact with 1748 again. Force him west.
The Corolla merged onto Interstate 495, repeatedly sideswiping patrol units as officers tried to block its path and even forcing police vehicles dangerously close to civilian traffic. At times, speeds reached 100 miles per hour, far exceeding the legal limit. White's reckless actions not only endangered himself, but also put everyone around him at severe risk.
We're at 95, kind of rolling roadblock it right now.
Alright,
we're coming up on Telegraph, center lane. He just hit 1748 again, for 176 over 6.
Yes, we're 176 over 6.
Coming up on Telegraph.
Coming
Left lane, passing 176 speed. Speed telegraph right now.
Try to keep it slow, that way you can catch up and get him. 36, I'll be our van 1.
Vehicle's occupied 3 times. Driver's a black male, short dreads. Coming up on Eisenhower, still trying to roll in roadblock him. Still trying to roll in roadblock, speed 70, light traffic, right lane. I don't think he made contact with me. We're still trying to roll in roadblock, there's light traffic here, passing Eisenhower right now.
Passing Eisenhower.
Slow down, Drew, slow down. Alright, he just ran me off the road. To the west of Eisenhower, 173 over 8. Light traffic, 85.
173 rate.
I'm gonna get in front of y'all, so if he makes a UE, I can pit him out.
Are you en route?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll stay in the rear. I'll take the radio. Coming up on Van Dorn, light traffic, 90 miles an hour. Still trying to run the block.
Get right to the bottom of the ramp to the gate. Keep it tight. There we go. Yep. Kind of blocking them right out here on the on-ramp. Big end. Keep it tight. Keep it tight.
301 Alpha. Good job. Region 4.
I just ran a trooper again. He's definitely hit a couple troopers now. Let me pit him out.
Alright, switch we get past the traffic now at the bottom of the ramp. We got two vehicles ahead of us right here.
We got multiple solo law enforcement. Just let's make sure 301's direct on that. We're going to get this car out.
301. 301, I'm direct. I'm also on 95 South.
648, that's me. Keep running.
Officers executed 2 consecutive pit maneuvers, sending the Corolla crashing into a highway barrier and bringing it to a stop on I-95.
Traffic speed 110.
Stand by for pit, north and backwards, north and backwards.
10-4 north of backlit.
And we'll start moving right now. Southbound, he's got crazy damage around it right now. Fortunately, I got the radio. Y'all go ahead, do y'all job. People just 1050 hard.
The driver jumped out and fled on foot, but Fairfax County Police, assisted by an aerial unit, quickly apprehended him. 2 passengers were also taken into custody without incident. Reggie Philip White now faces a long list of serious charges, including auto theft, felony fleeing and eluding, 4 counts of assault on a law enforcement officer, hit and run, destruction of government property, and multiple traffic violations. He is currently being held without bond. Carroll County, Georgia, morning of May 30th, 2021. At approximately 7:10 a.m., officers observed a gray Saturn VUE driven by Daniel Jerome Breimer traveling at 73 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone on G, A166.
337424 P23374.
When police signaled him to stop, the vehicle initially pulled into a Quick Trip gas station. But as soon as the officer approached, Breimer suddenly hit the accelerator and sped off through the parking lot, turning a routine stop into a heart-pounding pursuit no one saw coming. The Saturn accelerated to over 100 miles per hour, blowing past stop signs, crossing into oncoming lanes, and dangerously overtaking vehicles on blind curves. When the car turned onto Northside Drive, it still showed no signs of slowing down, forcing officers to perform a pit maneuver. The precise impact spun the vehicle sideways, sending it crashing into a guardrail before coming to a stop in the middle of the road, smoke billowing from the hood.
Get your fucking hands up! Get your fucking hands up on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground right now! Put your hands by your back! If you move, I will shoot you, you understand? Yes, sir. I will shoot you if you fucking move. Yes, sir.
Both the driver and passenger were quickly taken into custody. Daniel Jerome Brimer was arrested and faces multiple serious charges, along with an active warrant. His passenger, Bryson Priest, a juvenile with no outstanding warrants, was released into the care of a guardian. Jacksonville, Florida, early August. A woman identified as Fallon Jade Zerbe, 30 years old, led St. Johns County deputies and multiple law enforcement agencies on a high-speed pursuit along Interstate 95. The chase began after she was seen driving recklessly and at high speed, endangering other motorists on the highway. Officers were forced to engage in an active pursuit to prevent further danger.
Let him know he's swerving after people on the road.
He's swerving across all 3 lanes. Just driving intentionally around the left road.
Task Force 4, Task Force 1. We're going to stay sensible with FHP. They're taking over.
Police successfully executed a pit maneuver, causing the vehicle to lose control and crash on the interstate, bringing the pursuit to an end.
748, 10-10, John River Bridge.
Successful pit.
44, 23, 10 Johns. We're crashed out just before Hector Drive.
Put your hands up!
Walk backward!
Cover on the car.
Riviera Beach, Florida, December 17th, 2023. Police spotted a light gray Dodge Charger roaring down West Blue Heron Boulevard, driven by Jalen Camarena Davis, who was speeding recklessly and revving his exhaust. The car blew through a red light on Beeline Highway, nearly causing a crash, and then drove the wrong way down Jog Road, a moment of recklessness that quickly turned into a citywide danger.
if you can come, there's going to be a turn very quick down to
Controlling confrontation.
The pursuit stretched across multiple streets in Palm Beach Gardens, where the Charger repeatedly broke traffic laws and even collided with another vehicle at the intersection of Military Trail and PGA Boulevard before speeding off again. Eventually, officers executed a precise pit maneuver, spinning the car sideways and sending it crashing into roadside bushes and a street sign, forcing it to a stop. But the chase was not over. Davis tried to escape on foot, disappearing into nearby shrubs, an attempt fully captured on Dashcam. With the assistance of the Palm Beach Gardens Police Department, he was soon found hiding in the brush and taken into custody without further incident. Now, Jalen Camaraya Davis faces a long list of serious charges, including burglary, high-speed fleeing and eluding, hit and run, driving without a license, driving while suspended, and reckless driving. Gwinnett County, Georgia, evening of November 27th. Police received an alert from the Seneca Police Department regarding 20-year-old Emmanuel Williams of South Carolina. A fugitive wanted on 3 counts of attempted murder, one of which involved a 1-year-old child. Using the flock camera system, officers quickly located Williams's black SUV on Sugarloaf Parkway. When ordered to stop, he suddenly swerved across multiple lanes and accelerated to nearly 80 miles per hour, turning a tense moment into a potential tragedy in the making. Recognizing the imminent danger, officers executed a precise pit maneuver, causing the SUV to tip sideways and come to a complete stop. Williams was immediately taken into custody without further incident. He now faces a long list of charges, including failure to wear a seatbelt, fleeing and eluding police, unsafe lane change, obstruction of law enforcement, reckless driving, failure to obey traffic control devices, driving with a suspended license, driving through blood on a roadway, and speeding. Greenville County, South Carolina, May 30th, 2021. While patrolling in search of a homicide suspect, Deputy Hernandez spotted a Jeep Renegade matching the description, driven by Brandon Taquan Boozer. As the patrol car closed in from behind, Boozer immediately hit the accelerator and fled, triggering a high-speed pursuit.
Charlie 10-0, that's the way you're supposed to.
During the chase, the suspect drove recklessly across multiple roads and was even seen throwing a firearm out of the window in an attempt to destroy evidence. Officers stayed on his tail, and when the pursuit reached a narrow stretch of roadway, they seized the opportunity to execute a precise pit maneuver, forcing the vehicle to lose control and stop. When the door opened, Boozer hesitated to comply with commands. Fearing he might still be armed, officers deployed a taser to subdue him. He was quickly handcuffed and taken into custody. Boozer was charged with failure to stop for blue lights, unlawful possession of a weapon, reckless driving, resisting arrest, and murder. He later pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter and was sentenced to 28 years in prison in South Carolina, without parole or early release. Marion County, Florida, morning of May 26, 2025. At around 8 a.m., Sergeant Gary Miller from the traffic unit spotted a vehicle traveling 20 miles per hour over the speed limit. When he signaled the driver to pull over, 31-year-old Leroy Graham refused to comply, continuing to drive normally for several minutes before suddenly accelerating to flee. Graham sped toward Interstate 75 via Northwest Blitchton Road, maintaining high speeds for several miles.
Turning on Old Blitchton Road.
60 miles per hour, no traffic.
Coming up 27th Avenue, going southbound.
Coming up 27th Avenue, going south.
Very just advise how far 01.
Gas State Road 40, still southbound.
Gas State Road 40, still southbound.
Officers performed multiple pit maneuvers, causing the vehicle to fishtail, skid sideways, and briefly lose traction before Graham regained control and continued fleeing. His reckless persistence left everyone wondering just how far he was willing to go.
Another pit. Station 1033.
He's driving out of it, going up towards
Coming up State Road 200.
The pursuit escalated as additional units joined in, including Marion County deputies, the Ocala Police Department, and MCSO Air Support. Eventually, Graham turned onto Southwest Highway 200 and came to a stop.
westbound on 200.
Westbound on 200.
Hold the traffic. He's stopping. Put your hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
A felony stop was conducted, and the suspect was taken into custody without further incident. He later admitted that he fled because he did not have a valid driver's license. Graham was transported to the Marion County Jail, facing multiple charges. His bond was set at $5,500, which he posted and was released the same day. Forsyth County, Georgia, April 12th. A vigilant citizen reported seeing a black Dodge Charger throwing out a suspicious bag, possibly linked to a string of recent thefts. Minutes later, Forsyth County deputies spotted the same vehicle on Atlanta Road, with driver Kushawn Hawkins seen using a cell phone while behind the wheel. When deputies followed the car into Merchant Square, all four occupants, Hawkins, Javen Sherrod, Cantrell Hawkins, and Arrington, stepped out. But as deputies approached, the group suddenly jumped back into the vehicle and sped off, launching a chase that quickly turned into a heart-pounding pursuit no one could look away from.
7534.
Radio, we're signal 12 with it, just based on the 39. I believe it's going to be an enter an auto crew, 4 or 5 black males are going north on Highway 9 towards 20.
Radio,
Go ahead and notify North and South Precinct, please.
Go to South Precinct.
South Precinct.
7530 radio on South. Signal 12 with that 78 of that black Charger, 4 to 5 males occupied. I believe it's going to be an enter an auto crew just based on 39. Northbound Highway 9 coming up at Lake Center Parkway. Run that tag that I gave you, is that of Arizona?
The pursuit continued onto Buford Dam Road, where a precise pit maneuver spun the Charger sideways, bringing it to a complete stop. Officers swiftly surrounded the vehicle, weapons drawn, issuing rapid commands.
Get hands in the air! Roll that back window down right now! Hey, DJ! Panel! Hands up! Go down!
After a few tense seconds of resistance, the four suspects finally raised their hands and surrendered. A search of the vehicle revealed raw marijuana, ski masks, fake identification documents, and 2 Glock pistols, one of them fully loaded with an extended magazine. The odd details stood out. All 4 men were from Chicago, wearing hoodies in 80-degree weather, and claiming they were simply on vacation. All 4 suspects were taken into custody and now face multiple serious felony charges, marking the dramatic end to a chase that began with one suspicious bag and ended in the tight grip of Georgia law enforcement. Bibb County, Georgia. Morning of April 13, 2021. At approximately 6:30 a.m., a maroon Ford F-150 with Georgia plate RQL 5910 was spotted speeding down Interstate 16, swerving between lanes and nearly striking several vehicles. When officers activated their lights and sirens, the driver not only refused to stop, but accelerated onto I-75 North, launching a reckless and dangerous chase that put everyone on the road at risk.
Probably 10 75 more.
The truck weaved through traffic, forced other vehicles off the roadway, exceeded 90 miles per hour, and even used the emergency lane to escape. Seeing the growing danger, officers executed a pit maneuver when the highway cleared. The F-150 spun out, veered into the grassy shoulder, and came to a stop. But when officers approached, the truck was empty. The suspect had fled on foot into a nearby wooded area.
He's out! He's out! He's out! Alrighty. Hey, one off the right here, one up on the hill.
Inside the vehicle, officers found documents belonging to Richard Wilson Sellers, the registered owner from Vidalia, Georgia. After contacting the Toombs County Sheriff's Office, investigators confirmed the truck had been reported stolen just hours earlier. Local authorities identified the likely suspect as 16-year-old Javed Ahmadi, a juvenile who had recently escaped from a nearby youth detention facility. If confirmed, Ahmadi will face multiple serious charges, including speeding, improper lane usage, reckless driving, fleeing and eluding police, and motor vehicle theft. Fulton County, Georgia. Night of March 6th, 2022. While patrolling the Greenbrier Mall area, officers spotted a group of vehicles driving recklessly in the parking lot. The moment police units arrived, the drivers scattered in multiple directions. Amid the chaos, a black BMW sped away at high speed, prompting officers to activate their emergency lights and sirens, igniting a wild pursuit that left witnesses stunned.
What you got? What you chasing? Man, looks like he's on green car, way going under 2X. Still on Greenbrier, coming up to the bar to resident.
The BMW continued to accelerate, refusing to stop until officers executed a precise pit maneuver, spinning the rear of the vehicle sideways and sending it skidding into the curb before coming to a complete stop. The chase ended in a matter of heart-stopping seconds.
You come back. We're getting you to 21. Come back. You come back. We're getting you to 21. Come back. Breaking off. Come back. Breaking off. Come back. Looks like they have this parking lot, Savannah. Right here, green car.
Officers quickly surrounded the car, issuing commands for everyone inside to exit.
Get out. Get out, get down. Get out, get down. Get down. Get down. Get on the ground. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Ain't nobody tell you about us? Ain't nobody tell you about us?
The driver was handcuffed at the scene without further resistance. The BMW was towed from the area, passengers were released, and the driver was transported directly to the Atlanta City Jail for booking and processing. Savannah, Georgia. Night of December 1st, 2022, police spotted a maroon Nissan Altima driven by Shakur Benton tailgating a truck before suddenly changing lanes and accelerating to 83 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone. When officers activated their emergency lights to initiate a stop, the driver ignored the signals, exited at Gwinnett Street, exit 6, blew through a stop sign, failed to signal, and sped off recklessly. The Altima continued at dangerous speeds, weaving through lanes, ignoring traffic signs, and reaching 104 miles per hour in a 35 miles per hour zone. With public safety at risk, officers executed a precise pit maneuver, spinning the car sideways and sending it sliding to a stop in the middle of Louisville Road. As soon as the vehicle came to rest, the front passenger jumped out, dropped a firearm, and fled on foot, while the driver and another passenger were taken into custody at the scene.
Don't move! Pit.
I got one black male, 1080.
Hands up! Don't you fucking move!
One black male, 1080.
Go to the ground!
Benton admitted to smoking marijuana prior to the chase. Officers noted his bloodshot eyes and erratic laughter during the arrest. He now faces charges for driving under the influence of drugs, along with several serious traffic violations stemming from the pursuit. Beloit, Wisconsin. March 16, 2024. Beloit police received an alert from Illinois authorities regarding a maroon Chevy Trailblazer driven by 19-year-old Ray Castro of South Beloit, Illinois. A suspect connected to a recent shooting and heading toward the city. When officers located the vehicle, it immediately fled, setting off a reckless and dangerous pursuit no one could have anticipated.
Stop sign at Door Road, continuing westbound. In front of South Beloit High School, we got moderate traffic, continuing westbound. Westbound past Whittemore, continuing westbound, going to incoming traffic, we're speed 75.
Keep it coming.
We're turning onto Rood Avenue, continuing northbound Rood Avenue. We'll be on Sherrill here in a second. Just past Center, blue stop sign at Center. Stopping at Sherland. We're going to turn eastbound on Sherland, going into Blewett. Turn northbound 8th, northbound 8th.
16, continue. I'll keep calling it. 16's with me. No, Sherrill, 16's with me. I'm going to continue calling it. Door now, under traffic. Blue stop sign, almost 1050. Hold on. Almost 1050. We're going to be pulling up, get downtown by the auto park store. We're at 5th Avenue. Portland and 5th Street. Portland and 5th Street. Continuing eastbound, we're going over the river. We're going to continue eastbound past Riverside Boulevard. Eastbound.
As the situation grew increasingly perilous, officers executed a pit maneuver, causing the Trailblazer to spin sideways. Instead of stopping, the driver suddenly accelerated, ramming the patrol car's door and pinning it shut, nearly trapping an officer inside. Facing an immediate life-threatening danger, officers opened fire, bringing the tense confrontation to an abrupt end within seconds. The suspect was pronounced dead at the scene. One officer sustained a minor finger injury, and no other injuries were reported. Grand Rapids, Michigan, early morning, May 4th, 2025. At around 12:20 a.m., officers with the Grand Rapids Police Department, GRPD, spotted a stolen vehicle that had just struck a pedestrian in the city before fleeing the scene. GRPD units immediately gave chase but lost visual contact on US 131 near II-96. Minutes later, another patrol located the speeding vehicle on Turner Avenue near Leonard Street. Despite activated lights and sirens, the driver refused to stop, forcing officers into a prolonged chase through multiple city streets.
Me so I can try and hit this car out.
Come
up to Fremont.
Come up to Fremont.
Through Gordon, speeds are 75, still no traffic.
No traffic. Speed 75.
Coming up to Walker, we're through Walker. Speeds are 80, no traffic.
Walker and what? Through Walker.
I'm on Leonard, I'm on Leonard.
And 6, Leonard Lincoln.
Alright, we're through Frederick, speeds are 90. There's no traffic. Good stick, still eastbound on Leonard.
Good stick. Stick, no more tires. through 9th Street.
At that point, officers executed a precise pit maneuver, spinning the stolen car and bringing it to a full stop. However, as soon as the vehicle stopped, the driver and 2 passengers jumped out and fled on foot.
That's the passenger! That's the passenger!
Officers quickly detained both passengers, but the driver managed to escape. During questioning, one suspect confirmed that the fleeing driver had been behind the wheel and was fully aware he had hit the pedestrian at high speed. The stolen vehicle was later turned over to the Kentwood Police Department, as it had been reported stolen in their jurisdiction. GRPD retained custody of the 2 suspects and will proceed with the related charges. A warrant for the driver's arrest is currently underway, and the investigation remains active. Creek County, Oklahoma, October 10th, 2024. A Creek County deputy spotted a white Chevrolet Colorado that had just been reported stolen and immediately attempted a traffic stop. However, the driver, Javen Querns, ignored the deputy's commands and accelerated away, launching a tense high-speed pursuit.
Is it ours or is Green County chasing it? She's coming.
Stand by while we patch.
Also let me know if they take the creek.
Moments later, Trooper Walbridge from the Oklahoma Highway Patrol took over the chase. With precise timing and control, he executed a pit maneuver, spinning the stolen truck sideways and forcing it to a complete stop along the shoulder of the road.
DVI.
Where did he wreck out at?
That's going to be the 214 headquarters.
Querns was swiftly taken into custody and transported to the Creek County Jail for processing. During the investigation, officers discovered that the stolen vehicle was equipped with a dashboard camera, and the recorded footage was seized as evidence. He now faces multiple serious charges, including vehicle theft, fleeing and eluding police, and reckless endangerment. Kingsland, Georgia, early Wednesday morning. Kingsland police received a call from South Carolina reporting that 24-year-old Nicholas Swinton had taken his father's pickup truck without permission. When officers located the vehicle at a Pilot gas station, Swinton immediately hit the gas and fled, forcing police to initiate a pursuit. Camden County deputies and multiple units joined the chase. The suspect resisted fiercely, escaping several pit maneuver attempts before finally being spun out and crashing straight into an ice cream shop in downtown St. Mary's. Swinton was taken into custody and booked into the Camden County Jail, facing charges of fleeing and eluding police along with several other related offenses.